Welcome back to SA Wine Weekly. This is an extremely special show. It's our first non-live show, so I guess it should be a lot better. I'm your host, Nathan Goad, and with my new co-host, not wine lover, but co-host, we have Holly Matheson. Hello.
Hello, thank you for having me back. We are at Magpie Springs today with the beautiful and talented Avril Thomas, so thank you
for
coming on our show. I'm
This is
super
gonna be
excited.
fun.
This is just such a magical place.
Right, shut up, I'm going to open a wine.
Oh, thirsty.
You girls have a talk.
Talk amongst ourselves.
Yeah, and I'll do the honours.
Yeah. Quite happy with that. Thank you, Nathan.
The pourer of fine wines.
Pourer of fine wines. Yes. So
this one, it's a sparkling pinot noir.
Oh, we'll go straight into the wine.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so I've heard that it's cool grapes.
Cool grapes, yes.
Cool grapes.
We're cool up here.
And intense wines.
Exactly.
Intense wines.
I may have read that off.
Oh, I was going to say,
I may have read that off. Watch out.
We've got two pinot noirs. Oh, look at that.
Look at that. Did you get that?
I did.
You did. Magic.
We've got two pinot noirs. This one, because it's pink and it's got bubbles, it's our silly pinot.
Silly pinot.
Then later,
Excuse me.
you go.
Oh, thank you.
See those bubbles? Isn't that gorgeous?
Oh, wow.
So I've got a question
Like a
for you.
strawberry colour.
Because obviously we're not live, we don't have any questions coming in, so I'm going to make them up. We don't do tastings on this show either. It's a drinking show.
Oh,
It's responsible drinking, but a tasting sometimes don't get enough. So we...
Do you know a standard glass is 120 mils?
120 mil.
Oh, there's your first useless but interesting fact.
Yeah, there we go.
Excellent.
That's a very good fact.
So, let's get back to the wine.
All right.
Because that's what, we're kind of here for more than one reason today, aren't we?
Oh, many reasons.
Sparkling Pinot. Pinot, my favourite variety of wine.
Those are the grapes that are just around the house and near the cellar door, just up here.
Okay.
Oh.
Where we were sitting previously.
Oh, yeah. Plan A for our shoot. But this is beautiful in here too. So.
Newly painted room, have to tell you.
And surrounded by some incredible artwork.
Yeah.
So, this wine.
Yes.
Did you say silly?
Yes, we call this
We call it silly.
Well, because we've got two pinots and the other one's the serious pinot. This one has, because it's pink and it's got bubbles, you see.
That's delicious.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Mm.
It's got a sweet start, but a refreshing finish. So
nice. Very easy to drink. So it's a bit,
Do you reckon it's on the SA
very
Wine?
silly with that.
The SA Wine Weekly Dangerous scale?
Yes, I think so.
Very surprisingly sweet to start.
yeah.
And then it disappears quite quickly there, doesn't it?
It does.
Well, it does, especially if you're sharing it with a friend.
Oh, well, the three of us. I meant the taste, not the bottle. But
There we go. Yeah.
both will disappear quite quickly. On a hot summer's afternoon, gone.
Well, we often have this one, like if we've got a wedding on our front lawn, this is the speechy one.
Beautiful.
So,
The speechy one.
yeah, why don't you give a speech at a wedding and you've got,
Toast.
to the bride and groom.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah.
Oh, I can picture that with a nice kind of creamy camembert cheese.
Yeah, what food would you pair it with, usually?
Oh, I don't know, what's in the fridge?
That's a really good question. So what's usually in the fridge that you would eat with it?
Leftovers.
Leftovers.
That's perfect.
So
That work.
a triple brie.
Yeah, I
cheese.
just like that
yeah.
creaminess.
I only know that because
Sweetness.
someone told us. Bryony from Beach Roads might have told us that
Yeah.
sparkling goes
I
really
tell
well.
you what, maybe a bit of the brie with a little bit of the conserve with the brie, and then you've got the two.
Wow.
Because we've got that conserve there.
Conserve. So you sell that here?
Yeah, it's made from
Isn't it?
our wines.
Oh.
Now, Trish from Port Wollonga Fine Foods
Oh,
came
nice
up here
lady,
and-
Trish. Real nice lady. I've
Yeah.
met Trish a few times.
Well, Trish made these. She's used our wine, this one here, and came up and picked some pinot grapes and some merlot grapes, and this is what she's made, and it's gorgeous.
So you put that with cheese.
Oh yeah. Oh
Yummo.
These you could have them. One lady who came, she reckons she's the queen of making gravies, and she says a dob of this in the gravy make this just fantastic. See, when we first picked up that wine, it was really a bit rough. We called it Fisherman's Friend to begin with, but it's settled in the bottle. It's gorgeous now. It's my favourite.
So it's like a jam.
Yeah, and
Do you know what it would go really well in? A relish.
Or with a roast, or
Oh, yum.
with a chocolate.
I was just thinking a hamburger, but
Hamburger.
So
Big roast vegetables for me.
no, there. All right.
It's kind of like, it's got this similar kind of like a quince paste.
Yeah, yeah.
Like kind of texture.
Once you've had this, you'll never have a boring.
Never go back.
No boring old quince paste.
this amazing wine, what would you say a great pairing with it would be? Oh, we were thinking more of a creamy,
Yeah.
Triple brie?
Triple brie,
Double
camembert.
yeah?
And I tell you what, which you could have with cheeses. You have a cheese platter.
Yeah? So a biscuit, bit of cheese,
Yeah.
bit of brie, creamy cheese,
Yeah.
and then
Creamy cheese.
a little bit of the conserve,
Exactly.
yeah, from Port
Port
Wollonga.
Wollonga Fine Foods.
Yeah, we'll just add that a couple of times so she gets a
Yeah.
little bit of a plug.
And
And-
she's got it into Foodland supermarkets up at Norwood and Pasadena. And
Ah.
there's 5 of them.
Oh,
I've
that's
got a
good to
list
know.
here at the cellar door if anybody's interested.
Yeah.
Well, maybe
Yeah.
we'll put that in the comments on YouTube and people can...
I think
That's
that's a great idea.
I guess we need to mention that because we're not live, don't worry guys, there's still the opportunity to win the wine and the amazing Port Wollonga
Fine food.
Fine Foods conserve.
Mm-hmm.
That's you'll never go back to quince paste, they say, after you've tasted this.
Absolutely no. Boring old quince paste.
Oh, you
Don't
will
want to go
just
back
never
there.
go back to there.
Yeah.
So once again, we get her in 5 times, people might remember, Port Wollonga Fine Foods.
That's it.
Concert will be given away with the wine as well. This week, you have to work for it though. Is the best question that you put on Facebook or YouTube will win a bottle of the wine and some of the conserve. So we've got 2 sorts of conserve here. We got
Yes, there's a
Merlot and
there's-
Pinot.
There's the Merlot one.
Yeah.
It's got the purple ring around it, and there's the Pinot one,
Right.
and that's got a maroon. They're quite different.
Has it got
We'll see.
quite a strong wine taste?
I'm gonna have a
Have
taste.
Yeah, we'll have a taste.
So which
I
one
think
was
it's probably
which?
a good idea.
Pinot, Merlot? Merlot's darker?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, I might go. I'll go opposite.
Righto.
Imagine that with a cheese. Something, or even something bitey.
So nice.
Isn't that gorgeous?
Yum.
It's so surprising.
I can taste that with like next to a roast.
Yeah.
On the
Well,
side of the
no,
plate
you
or-
won't use cranberry sauce ever again.
No.
You can just have that on toast.
Yeah, I would put that on
You can have that
toast.
on
Scones
toast.
and cream.
Oh, now you're talking.
Yeah.
One of
A
my
bit of
all-time
cream.
favourite snacks.
Really?
Scones.
Scones.
Love
Scones with
scones.
cream. Well, you have to put that on there now.
I will. I'll have to come up
good.
with the best comments so I can win a bottle. I can win a bottle of this amazing wine. And so tell me a little bit more. We always let people know around about price and how they get it as well.
Well, you see, to make it pretty simple, our wines are either 25 or 28. There's only one there that's...
Well, 25 would... That's how spoiled are we really though? For the
look.
amazing wines at the best possible price.
Yeah.
So this one retails at
That's a $28 one.
$28?
Yeah.
And we purchase that through the cellar door.
This is the only place you can get our wines. You can't get them anywhere else. Where you can't get more boutique than us.
Well,
So-
I think you're so lucky to. have
we
that
probably should give a
opportunity.
plug to where we are.
Oh,
like,
Yeah, it's just.
where we're located. So Magpie Springs,
yeah.
And-
Thank you.
up the top of Wollonga Hill.
That's it.
Are we kind of Kaipo? Is that
No.
what's the actual
It's-
suburb?
It's actually Hope Forest.
Hope Forest.
Which is really odd because, like,
Sounds like out the other side of town.
you would. People know where Wollonga Hill is because I mean the Tour Down Under finishes just walking distance
That's
from
right.
our driveway. People park all the way to our driveway to go up to the finale. And Hope Forest, where's Hope Forest? Well, It used to be called Wollonga Hill.
Right.
There you
So
go.
now it sounds
So-
really special Hope Forest.
It's,
Sounds a lot nicer, doesn't it?
well, it gives that air of mystery.
It does.
I'm not sure about this wine. I think I've got a hole in my
I
glass.
think you do.
It is very easy to drink.
Isn't it?
Very, very easy.
It throws me, the sweetness straight away throws me, because I actually don't like a sweet wine, but it just
It
disappears,
just completely
And the
disappears
glass.
once you've sipped it.
and the glass disappears quite quickly.
And I love the colour as well. It's like
Yeah.
very fruity and like a strawberry.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
surprising one. I think a lot of
The fruit pops out of it, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It's almost punchy.
Punchy.
That's
Oh,
Holly's
you've
favourite word.
stolen my word now.
there's a lot of fellas that are dyed-in-the-wool red drinkers. You know, I twist an arm or two here and make them try that one. Oh, I think I'll have that with a glass and with my platter later instead of a red.
Instead of a red,
Instead of
yeah.
a red.
I think that
Go figure.
works.
Anyway,
Well, I actually thought sparkling red, even though it's a Pinot, and my favourite grapes, our favourite wine is Pinot.
do you know a wine trivia thing about
A useless but
Oh.
interesting fact
Yeah.
on wine.
Oh, yes, please.
Okay. Can we claim it as our own?
Now, do you know that the colour in there comes from the skin on the grape?
Oh.
And so this one, with the darker colour, the skin's been in there longer, so you get that colour. With this one, the skin's taken out sooner, so it's lighter.
Ah. Well, that's not
There you
really
go.
useless. That's interesting.
It's
Oh,
very
right.
interesting.
Sorry.
So you have to come up with something other useless.
No,
thing
I've
to-
got a useless one.
Right, okay.
Shall I slip it in later?
No, go for it.
No? All
Yeah.
right. Well, we've had a couple of little birds that have been making a nest just at our cellar door, and there's swallows. Go
Right.
figure. Swallows at a cellar door. Now, here's the useless but interesting thing. Do you know that a group of swallows is called a gulp?
I didn't know that.
Right. Do you know,
Wow.
that blank expression on my face was me storing that.
Yeah.
Because I do love it, useless but interesting. Oh, I'll bring it out.
But
Barbecue.
don't
At a
be
party.
Yeah.
Throw it out.
yeah, a group of swallows is a gulp.
It's a gulp.
A group of swallows is
It's
a
a
goal.
gulp. I'm
So
gonna remember
there's
that
a
too.
drinking one for
That
you.
is a very, yeah,
Yeah.
a very
Another
interesting
fact that I got
Oh, here we go.
that I got picked up on was there's no need to swirl or decant a sparkling wine because it's already got bubbles in it.
Ah.
Someone, I'm not
Yeah.
sure who it was, but they just commented on the show,
Oh, that's
just
interesting.
having a bit of a go, you know.
Yeah.
I guess it's good that we're getting hecklers. It means more people are watching.
Exactly. That's true.
It's just not our family and friends being nice anymore.
But no, this is it's very interesting because I've been trying a lot of sparkling reds,
Yeah.
and sometimes that's even too heavy for me in summer.
Oh, really?
With the heat, it depends.
Yeah.
But this is just it's so easy. So yeah, summertime,
Yeah.
I would be drinking this.
Great start.
Yeah.
Yeah, a
Very
great start.
impressed.
Sweet, disappears pretty much straight. Not to a dry, but just
Yeah.
a nice finish.
Yeah.
Yeah, very, very different.
Refreshing.
Yeah,
Very refreshing.
refreshing. I can imagine in an esky on a hot day down the
Yeah.
beach. Might have soul.
Oh, hey, why do people go to the beach? I'm telling you, in summertime, up here, under shade of a tree, you're not going to get sand in all your bits.
Garden out
you
there.
know, honestly,
Such a beautiful garden.
come and sit up in Adelaide Hills in the under a tree. It's so much cooler.
Yeah.
We'd be
I
10
agree.
degrees difference in temperature from down the hill.
Wow.
Which obviously has a very big difference on your fruit, doesn't it?
Oh my goodness.
Of where we're located.
Our vintage is a whole month behind what happens in McLarenville, which is only 12 minutes away, and that's because of our
Isn't that
altitude.
crazy?
Yeah.
And we're Adelaide Hills wine region here. aren't we?
We're the southernmost Adelaide Hills wine region vineyard, so yeah, it's because of
We
the
might have had
altitude.
that claim someone at before, didn't we? We'll have to.
I think we did.
I think Golden Child
I
tried to
think,
claim.
yeah.
No, I think he's saying the area.
Yeah, he was saying the
It
area.
is.
We're going to clear that up before James gets on and has a go at us as well.
No, well, the sign for Adelaide Hills is right there,
Yeah.
almost on our boundaries.
How long have you been here for?
Well, we've been here just over 7 years.
Just over 7 years?
Yeah.
Wow. What was the
Yes.
place before?
Well, it's one of the oldest vineyards in the southern Adelaide Hills. So,
Wow.
yeah, but go figure, we're here and we're doing it.
That's great. Well, I'll definitely be back.
You've excelled with wine one. Now to my absolute favourite, and a serious Pinot.
That is a serious Pinot.
And we're looking at a 2015.
Yeah.
Just a reminder, this week, comments, best comments.
Please
Who's going
comment.
to pick them?
Ooh, I think I might have to pick them if I can.
No, but all your family comment. I reckon we're going to have to get someone.
We're going to have to get someone that...
Adriana's going to have to pick them.
Good idea.
Cool grapes with intense wine.
Always intense.
Always cool grapes, as in
it's the
climate.
altitude.
Yeah.
It's the climate.
So, 2015, would we let this breathe usually for a little bit? Or
Well, once you crack the top,
no, I'm pretty thirsty. It's Pinot, so there's not much chance of it.
Beautiful colour.
Oh, look, that has been
Very dark.
such a favourite.
Thank you.
See, that's the skin that's making that colour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's really
Our winemakers down in McLaren Vale.
Okay, let's give him a plug. Who's the winemaker? So who's the winemaker?
It's Simon Parker. He's down.
Peter Parker?
I had
Not Spider-Man. Sorry,
I had such trouble with that when I first came here, and I'd only just met him, and I'd say Peter Parker. Oh no, that's Spider-Man.
Oh, but who
So he's making it down in McLaren Vale?
Down in McLaren Vale. So when we pick, the grapes go down there to him,
Yep.
and he makes it. He bottles it. It comes back up to us.
Yeah.
And there it is. He's got his own label, by the way. It's Backbeat.
Let's give him a shout out. Backbeat.
Backbeat Wines.
And
Backbeat.
And what's his signature? What's his best wine?
Oh, well, he's got quite a few.
Has
And
he? Maybe we'll have to get him on the show.
We've got one of his here that we
Okay.
sell here at the cellar door whilst we're waiting for our other reds to be ready.
And what's that?
It's a Cab Sauv.
Mm.
Yeah.
Right.
Bloody nice too, I
Yeah.
have to say. Yeah.
So Backbeat
Very nice.
Backbeat.
from Simon Parker.
Peter Parker.
Peter
So
Parker.
we're going to be doing that now.
Yeah.
Do love Spider-Man. But,
Yeah.
and
Yeah. No, it's absolutely gorgeous. And
so tell us a little bit about this Pinot. Tell me about when it was bottled and what nickname
what does
you
it
gave
say
it.
on the bottle?
I don't know what you have to say.
Oh.
Tell me a little story about the Pinot.
Well, I can tell you about some wine that we had when we purchased the property. This is sort of probably it will describe the way that this one is, perhaps as well. There was two Pinot Noir cases that came with the property. One was from one vintage, one was from another, and they were completely different. One was very full-bodied and a gutsy Pinot, whereas the other was very light, and it was all about the weather conditions that year, how the wine came out at the end. So, of course, everything we do is governed by nature, and the taste of the wine, when they say, oh, it's such and such a year was so good, it's about what they're talking about there is the conditions,
Yes.
and as well, whether it was hot, where there was a drought, all those sort of things. It's all, the tasting is all in the wine.
So,
Amazes me how much the climate kind of impacts the taste
Oh my
of the
goodness.
wine.
It
what do
really
you
does.
think, Holly? What's the layman's term for this Pinot? How do you rate it?
I think it's delicious.
Come on.
No, it
I
honestly
love it.
is. It really is delicious. I think it's got quite a strong flavour.
It is.
But quite, what's the word I'm looking for? It's smooth, it's easy to drink, but still has that like full body.
Smooth is a good call.
Smooth, yeah.
Smooth is a
exactly.
good call. Fruity?
Fruity, yeah.
Fruity.
You can taste
Yeah,
some
very
fruit
fruity.
in there. Yeah. What's your thoughts?
I would say I'm getting a real intense fruit from it.
Yes, it is.
And
This one it is.
yeah, it's and I'm not a connoisseur of wine by any means, but I do like a good Pinot, and this is very fruity and quite bold compared to some of the Pinots. It's not a light. It's not obviously a sparkling Pinot and pink bubbles, but I do think that it's quite a strong Pinot.
I'm loving the way that you're describing this. We don't have tasting notes here, and it's really quite deliberate because I think most people, if they're not wine connoisseurs and they're really trying it for the first time, can get swayed by what's written on there.
Yeah,
and
that's very true.
they can read it and think, oh gosh, I'm such a failure, I'm not getting that taste. But the thing about it is that everybody knows what they like, and unless they try something, just try a bit of each. That's the point of going for a tasting. That's
very
the
true.
fun of
We're all
it.
very different. And
Exactly. You know what you like. That's all you need.
Yeah.
And talking about cellar doors to come to for a tasting, the picturesque setting.
This place.
Ah,
So
it's
beautiful.
like a
They're
little fairyland.
Exactly, that's exactly what I
in.
thought. As soon as you drive in with all the beautiful trees, and then
Yeah.
you hit the beautiful garden with the roses and the artwork here. I think that's one thing that grabs me. So you're
Well, I've had lots of other artists show their work here.
wow.
I was putting on exhibitions every 8 weeks, and I think it's time I had mine up, and so that I can show people what I do and what I did before I came here.
It's
I was
amazing.
full-time practicing artist doing painting,
Wow.
portraits.
Do you have an absolute favourite? Not your best work, or where you got paid for the most, but what do you have something that really from the heart? That they're all from the heart by the look of them, but is there an actual favourite of yours, piece of work that you've done?
It's the one I'm working on at the moment. That any artist will tell you this.
Okay.
It's the one.
I feel like we've evolved to an
Yeah,
art show.
I know.
No.
Bit of substrate.
Any artist will tell you you're only as good as your last work, and the piece that you're working on at the moment. I mean, all there's something very personal and connecting with doing a portrait, and people who I painted. A lot of them I've got to know them really well, and oh God, I'm going to get misty. But that's,
I'm getting a bit misty.
but no, it is quite a connection.
So what's your piece you're working on? Are we not allowed to tell? Or?
I can't because it's a private commission.
Could maybe him.
No, this is a private commission.
Oh, sorry. Better move on before you
Nathan.
tell me. Tell us more about it. How'd you get into that? Like,
Oh, I've been drawing all my life.
it was a childhood passion, or
No, my mum was a portrait painter.
Oh, your mum was a portrait. Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she used to paint, and
Yeah.
I went to every arts lesson you can possibly imagine, from Chinese painting to my dad was a photographer
Wow.
too, so I used to do that sort of thing.
Yeah.
And then when my mum died, I came out of the artistic closet. I was 40.
wow.
Go figure.
That's great.
Go figure. And since then, I've got work in the National Portrait Gallery in Canberra. I've got
In where?
Wow.
In Canberra.
Canberra.
Canberra?
National
the National Portrait Gallery.
National Portrait.
I'm just trying
Oh, I have to do a shout out to my sister who lives there. So.
Yeah.
So
She'll have to-
That's pretty amazing.
Yeah, that's incredible.
So, I've got work in the Flinders University. I've done the
Wow.
Vice Chancellor there, Anne Edwards, and also Monash University. I've done a suite
Yeah.
of works for them.
So is it mainly just portraits that you paint?
Portraits.
Yeah.
Mind you, some of the portraits will have landscapes and that sort of thing as
Yeah.
well. So, but
Your paintings are just so real life. It's just
well,
amazing.
it gives me such a buzz,
Yeah.
and it does too. I get quite misty at the point where you unveil it, and it's for
Yeah,
people.
that just amazes
I feel,
me. Anyone that can paint.
privileged like, just looking at your artwork
I
that,
know.
that you've come on our new art show.
Yeah.
SA Art Weekly.
So Art Weekly.
That one there
Just beautiful.
was in the Archibald 2005, and the New
Wow.
South Wales Art Gallery.
Yeah.
And that one over there was in Federal Parliament House in Canberra at a show by Portrait Artists Australia.
So do you paint it from taking a picture? Or...
Look, you know.
We can't give away our secrets.
That's
You're trying to copy it.
I'm interested. I can't pay. Mine would be stick figures.
I'm gonna start charging for lessons. Hello, I'm thinking about it.
Wow.
Hello.
I'm gonna have to
I'm just
help.
putting it out
Oh,
there.
all right. Okay. So a bit of advertising
well-
on the show as well. Why not? if you need some art lessons, some portrait lessons.
Well, I've
Like
had
that.
lots of workshops here with different artists coming.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But have you run a workshop before yourself? Or
Yeah.
lessons?
Yeah.
Yeah, one-on-one or one-to-many?
No, I haven't decided. No, I did big group ones before, but I haven't decided what I'm going to do now.
Wow. Well, I might have to.
I have to get interest from people. Let me know if people are interested in having art.
Oh,
lessons.
mate, if they came here
I
and looked
know.
at it, they'd have to be interested. Any
So
aspiring
amazing.
artist, portrait artists especially, would invest their time to come and learn from one of the best.
Thank you.
That's
Yeah,
all
it's
right.
amazing work.
Not saying that just because you're sitting right here.
No, true. It just
And I'm giving you wine.
Yeah, well, and you are pouring me pinot, so it's not a bribe. It's not a
Happy
bribe.
Nathan's.
It's not a bribe. History of Magpie Springs, obviously, we probably haven't touched on that. But I was just trying to give more and more opportunities for Adriana to show off how beautiful this place is. And the artwork will focus fully on the artwork as well. But I think we're getting sidetracked from the wine, how actually good the wine
It's
is.
delicious.
The quality, and now you use all your own fruit.
Oh yeah.
Yeah? So everything you produce gets made into your wine.
We've got 7 different varietals that grow here on Magpie Springs. There's
Listen,
4 whites and 3 reds.
yeah.
So
And anything a little bit different?
oh well, different to what?
Just tell me something a little bit different that grows here out of those 7. What's the most unique or?
Oh well, the semillon. There's not that many vineyards that have semillon, and that's going to be our next wine, by the way.
Right.
Mm.
And all right, let's do it. Let's get into the next wine. I'd say 3rd wine, but there happens to be 2 bottles that you've snuck in there. So
Oh well.
tell us about the 3rd style of wine that we're making.
Okay, well, this is a semillon botrytis. Now,
So for people that aren't, because a lot of people who watch our show aren't wine educated.
yeah.
Sorry,
Including me.
sorry, especially.
Oh, look, I'm
especially
telling
me.
you, 40 years of drinking did not qualify us in one way, shape, or form for what we took on here at Magpie Springs.
So we're talking dessert wines?
This is a learning curve beyond all proportion.
Right.
Ooh.
Yes, this is absolutely a dessert wine, and the thing about it is that what happens with a botrytis wine, the fruit's left on the vine until it's almost sultanate. At this altitude and with the moisture in the air, it gets a fungus on it, and that sends the sugar content right up. So
And does that automatically put the alcohol content up as well?
no, sugar and alcohol are 2 different
It's a
things.
misconception, isn't
Well, you wait until you taste the second one, and you'll see how different these.
Which one are we going to go first? This
Well,
one?
we're going to go this one
Right.
first.
So that's the semillon.
This is a semillon botrytis. This is the 2014 one, and you'll see it. It's the
Looking forward to
sweet.
this. Sweets are very sweet.
Yeah, it's
So something you'd have after a
dessert
big meal.
wine.
Yeah.
It's dessert wine.
Beautiful.
So you don't naturally have a big glass of it usually?
That's the wine lover's song. Did that come through on the mic? Just click, 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 click.
The wine lover song.
Oh, it's that first. It's the first
pour.
pour. Yeah.
Did you get it, Adrian? The wine lover song? You did? Good work.
So now normally a botrytis wine is cellared for maybe 7, 8, 9 years before it goes on the shelves in shops, and in that time it becomes syrupy in the bottle. Now we found my husband went down to McLaren Vale to get it from down there, and we were going to put it in the cellar, and it was going to be away for all this time, except we had a group of people here, and I said to my husband, let's just try it before you put it away, and they liked it. 2 dozen walked out the door that day. I thought, oh, I'm going to have to get labels. So
Wow.
so this is a dessert wine.
And we're talking 2014, this one?
Yeah, that's 2014.
Wow. So
Right.
on the nose, it
Well,
doesn't
you
smell.
two have a taste because all three of us came at the same time.
That's
right?
true. No, I'm just
Oh, actually, we could
thinking
edit
about
it,
this.
couldn't
Oh,
we?
yeah,
Well,
we
we
could
could.
do
There's
that.
no such
We're
thing
not
as
live now.
doing. So,
But
girls,
also-
cheers.
Cheers. But yeah, on the nose, it's not overly sweet on the nose.
No,
If you
but
were-
you'll see.
See what I
This is a
taste
sweet one. This is dessert. And curiously,
Ooh,
Yum.
isn't that interesting?
that's a great word for it.
But then it's not kind of sweet at the end either.
It's not as syrupy as I thought it would be either.
It's quite citrusy. That's the thing about semillon though. That's the flavour that comes out.
Yeah.
The Italians would love this. And the Italians love their dessert wine. I think this would. My father-in-law, he
You
would.
would like that.
That's just starting to turn to the syrupiness that
Yeah.
I would.
So when you said cellar life,
Yeah.
how long? So it's a 2014. It's reasonably old already. How long do you
It's
usually?
got a way to go. I mean, the longer you keep it, I mean, the
So the
flavours.
flavour will change the longer you keep
No, the
it.
flavour's already there. It's about the
Yeah.
consistency. It's about the viscosity.
Well, that's a
in
good
the wine.
word. Viscosity. Holly, remember that one.
I've got it.
Viscosity.
Viscosity.
I can even pronounce it.
Yeah, you can. I thought I was going to struggle.
Well, we've only had 3 wines, so
Right.
we're still doing good.
Yeah.
On the nose, it's
It's
totally different to what it tastes like, though.
that's what I mean. You can't
So
smell the
tell me.
Now, I tell you what, we got a phone call one night. This fellow had taken some home, and he reckons you put that in the freezer and have it like a slushy.
Oh,
Yeah.
like a slushy.
Was
Like
he
a
Russian?
slushy.
Was he Russian? No.
No, but he said it was absolutely delicious that way.
Wow.
Actually, I can picture
Yeah.
that kind of.
Maybe the winner
full of
might
ice
try it.
and-
Let us know.
Yeah.
So just remembering that even though we're not live, you've still got the chance to win these amazing wines. All you've got to do is put the best possible comment on Facebook or YouTube, and you get the chance to win this, but under the proviso that you put it in the freezer.
Yes.
And then you let us know.
Have-
Maybe a
have-
selfie.
and let
As
us know.
a summer,
I'm intrigued
summer
to
wine.
find out.
Oh.
Bloody hell, you know.
Oh
really.
yeah.
And how long, what do you reckon the optimum would be to put it away? It's getting syrupy.
Look, I used to tell at the 2-year point, I used to tell everybody go and put that away in your cellar.
Yeah.
I was doing that for about a month when a lady rang. She said, "Avril, I've got a complaint." She said, "It's gone. It never made it to the cellar."
Right. It was too good straight away.
Exactly. I
Yeah.
said, she had to come back and get some more. You said.
Oh, that's fair enough.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's only human.
Yeah, I was going to say that.
No,
probably
We've got a
makes
saying in this show
Her
too.
bottles seemed to develop a hole.
Oh,
The
yeah.
lid came off.
Like the sparkling pinot with my glass.
Yes.
So develop a hole.
This is easy to drink too.
Yeah.
Like after dinner, I could just
Yeah.
sit there, finish your night. It's dangerous.
Now, actually, that one, surprisingly, sweetness and alcohol are 2 different things, right? That one actually has less alcohol in it than any of the other wines that we have here. And which brings me to our next wine, which is our rocket fuel, And this is so cool because it is made from exactly the same grapes.
Yeah.
It was picked exactly the same day, 2 years apart. Same ones, and my gosh, they're so different because this one went into ferment, and we're talking alcohol here now.
So
it's strong. Ooh.
Right, well,
It's quite,
we better,
quite different.
we better finish up these ones
I think so.
while we're doing it. So we like to help people that come on our show. And
Thank you.
so where are you most active on socials?
Magpie Springs is
Facebook?
on Facebook and Instagram. Yeah, and then
No TikTok?
oh look, no mate.
Holly loves TikTok. I've been making her do it.
And I've been doing all the dancing.
We've been
Oh, really?
Yeah, she's been dancing.
You have to tell me where I'm going to look.
I don't want to miss me dancing.
We'll share it.
I'll have to see you dancing after some of the Magpie Springs wine.
Oh yeah.
Oh, with the Magpie.
Maybe after this one.
After the high alcohol content.
Yeah.
So then, when COVID hit, I'd had a Pinterest account before, but wow, my gosh, I've taken the time to see how Pinterest works, and this has been fascinating. Artists around the world are just, there's some that are just smashing it on there, and I thought, right, I'm finding out how this is working, and so on Pinterest, I've got my products, my prints on all sorts of different products. There's,
Awesome.
goes up to 80 different products on stuff worldwide that you can buy directly on Pinterest.
That's great.
And
Give
Give us an example. Give us an example.
duffel bags, you can
A
buy
duffel bag.
Ooh.
duffel bags.
So you.
Wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Duffel bag.
Match your
There's
hat.
decor, there's prints for the, decorating, there's cushion covers, there's
All sorts.
all sorts,
Wow.
all sorts, clothing,
Clothing.
all sorts of stuff, but
I'm gonna have to check it out.
that's
Oh,
on my
that's a
online shop, and
Wow.
it's also, I've put a few of them on Google My Business, that's on there as well. A
Great.
few of the products, also on the Magpie Springs page, and also I'm all over the web like a mad woman's custard.
So
really.
you should be.
That's great.
So you should be.
Yeah.
If they can attract people to come here,
Oh,
like
I do not want to miss
we're going
it.
to get some amazing takeaways because we've got Adriana here. But
Yeah.
it is just superb. It would have been even better for her outside, but
Yeah.
It was gorgeous this morning. I
It
couldn't
was-
believe 10 minutes before we're about to start.
Oh,
and
the wind picked up.
Literally.
so if you girls have finished talking,
Oh,
we're-
yeah,
all right.
I've been waiting for you. Man's on a cabin.
Hey.
Ooh,
No, I thought he was going to go for it.
drink it out of the bottle.
That's what it looked like.
I was having a sniff.
We'll just hoik this over. Now then. Yep.
Yeah, I'll finish up and you can
All
tell us
right.
the story about it.
So this one, went into ferment, and it decided to make alcohol big time.
Right.
So if it had gone any further, it probably would have turned into a grappa. So, but look at that. You can see the legs,
Oh, you can smell the difference.
and when you taste it, it's completely cut out the sweetness.
I was going to say, it doesn't smell it on the nose again.
No, so these are exactly this. Now, if people say, I only like such and such a grape. Well,
Yum.
how different are those two?
So
Very,
different.
very
and so
different.
from the same grape and completely
Same
different
plants,
flavours.
same plants, picked on the same day,
Wow.
2 years apart.
I haven't really tried anything like this before.
Tell me the difference between the two.
The other one's really syrupy and sweet, and
Yep.
this one's just like kind of tastes like
This is my favourite, by the way.
This is your favourite?
That's delicious. But it's not too heavy. It's not like an overpowering in alcohol, but you can. It's a lot heavier than what the other one was.
When we first
it's more like a.
It's punchy.
It's punchy.
It's got a punch to it.
It sure does.
Excellent. What a difference in exactly the same wines 2 years apart.
Yeah.
Obviously, it went to ferment, so that's why it's got such
That's it.
high alcohol content. But the difference in the wines.
Yeah,
both
there's
nice,
not that. Yeah, they're so good.
I'm going to have to say that I'm a bit girly and I actually like the sweeter
You
ones.
prefer the sweeter one. Wow.
Not that anyone will believe me.
I think I'm with you. I love this.
Well, you're always going to be against what I'm saying.
Well, this is the beauty of it, you know.
That's
why
wine,
you
though,
go
isn't it?
tasting.
Yeah.
That you pick out what you like.
So speaking of that, when can people come to see you? Obviously, COVID's been a
Well,
bit difficult, but
oh my gosh.
how do we get a tasting now?
We haven't opened fully yet.
Right.
People can drive by and buy bottles of wine at the moment.
Oh, so we've got drive-through.
It's a drive.
Magpie Springs drive-through. Yeah.
Exactly. We've been a drive-through. I've been trying to get the word through COVID. You know, we're a drive-through, but we're probably about 2 or 3 weeks away from actually opening.
So once we're open, how do people book? Do they need to give you a call or a website or 50,000 social media accounts?
Look, if they email.
Email's the best way?
Email's great.
Yeah.
But when they email, if they leave a phone number, you know, there's no point in saying I want to come at 12 o'clock on such and such a day, because we might be booked then. And I might need to slide you to 12:30 or maybe, you know,
It's very important to leave your phone number.
So phone number is the absolute best, because then I'm talking to somebody and we can negotiate this.
Great.
And can they give you a call?
Well, yeah.
You use the old-fashioned way, actually ring someone?
Exactly.
Look,
go back to
phoning somebody is really great when you're trying to set up a time to book.
Yeah.
Another thing I was going to say is, so you serve platters here. So if you come for a wine tasting,
when we do a wine tasting, there is a platter for 2 people, or there's you book in. We've got to have that booking because all the stuff on the platter is fresh. We go shopping for it that morning.
What are you looking at me for? Oh, that's good, right?
No, I'm just...
Because Holly was supposed to ring in organise.
Yeah,
Okay,
so,
fair
I
enough.
know, that was
Holly's
my fault.
Bookings are essential.
Bookings are, and communicating is essential.
Communicating is very
Bookings
essential.
in advance are essential, because we need to also know if we're going to be busy, whether we need help.
Yeah, that's a good
staff.
idea.
Yeah.
So, what's on the platters?
Oh, well.
Does it change depending on what's available seasonally, or is it just...
Well, the
you've got
fruit does.
Yeah, okay.
The fruit does. There's some ham, there's 3 or 4 cheeses, there's some dried fruit, there's bread, there's biscuits, there's 2 dips, there's fruit.
I'm getting hungry. Getting hungry just thinking about it. So, we've tasted these 4, it's only we got 4 on there, but 3 varieties of amazing wine. What do you got over there, Holly?
Ooh.
We can sample
We've got some coffee.
some coffee.
Yeah.
So you make coffee here as well?
Yeah,
Wow.
we've only just started.
What does B34 mean?
That's the road.
Oh,
That's the
there you
highway.
Give it a turn. So, yeah.
So,
So, what other varieties of wine have we got there, Holly?
Oh, what have we got?
We've got a few whites. So obviously,
We do.
we've been
We've got Sauvignon
Adelaide Hills.
Blanc. Another. Do I pronounce that right? Sauvignon.
Yeah.
lovely.
So,
She is, isn't she?
perfect. Oh,
Her
thank you, Nathan.
pronunciation's not that good, but. And a Riesling.
The Riesling as well.
Yes.
Ooh. So these are the full 7. We've got everything out today.
Oh no, because you see there's Merlot and
with
there's our Shirazes, when we make them, completely sell out really quickly. So we're out of Shiraz
Do you have
at
any
the moment.
bottles? No, just a show.
No.
No, you don't.
No,
No
there
museum stock, nothing.
We called it Drink Me 2020 and it kind of did before they drank it all.
Fair enough.
Wow.
So what's that one you got
We've
there?
got the Chardonnay.
That's
The barrel fermented Chardonnay.
that's a special one. It's quite buttery.
Quite buttery.
Yeah, and that's
Creamy? Yeah.
yeah. That's because it's fermented in the barrel rather than in a vat. It completely alters the texture and taste.
And obviously these are all available for people to sample when they come up here for a tasting, or
usually
depending on what you've got left.
No
Shirazes.
No, not this time.
No, this time.
Yeah, no. We have to wait because
Any Merlots?
we make in small batches, and
Of course.
we make in small batches, and so when we're out, we're out.
This is really got some punch to it. I think I'm starting to lean towards this one.
Isn't it?
Now it's breathed a little bit.
Yeah.
It's a really. I can't go past the Pinot though. I think I'd say that. No matter
Oh, we
what.
kind of did
It's
really.
so beautiful.
They're all beautiful wines.
Yeah.
Some of the most amazing art I've ever seen in my whole life.
You know, people often say to me, you know, Avril, which is your favourite one? And I think, well, actually, it's the one that's open.
Yeah, the one that you're drinking at this one. That's
in
a
the
great.
moment.
That is a great answer.
Yeah.
So I guess next week,
Oh yeah, it's going to be a bit of a fun special.
what's happening?
We're heading down to Peel Street.
Peel
That's
Street.
all.
So we're going from one extreme.
We're going from one extreme to the next.
going
We're
from
hitting the CBD. So
Kaikaika to Peel
Peel
Street.
Street.
Have you actually organised it?
I've organised it. No? Yeah, but no, I'm looking forward to next week's show. It'll be great.
I'm very looking forward to next week's show.
Yeah.
So these amazing wines are available. Ring up, book in, email, put your number in there so you can communicate. Probably a pretty good idea for most people. And best question, judged by Adriana. So there's no favouritism.
Okay.
So your family don't win like usual. And best question, Facebook, YouTube. And then we'll pick the winners. There was something else you wanted to bring up because you were having a little giggle about my hat.
Well, you were telling me that you.
I change my hats all the time.
You like
yeah.
to have a
I like to have a different, because I'm bald, but the reason I have a hat is because I'm bald, but Holly likes to play on it when I'm not in the office. All the girls wear the different hats and make videos of it and put it on social media.
I tell you what, you want to get yourself, if you can get to the Gordon hat shop in Gordon.
Ooh.
It's in Victoria.
Probably can't get there just yet, but won't be long, hopefully.
Yeah,
Hopefully
because we came across this absolutely gorgeous little spot quite some time ago, and she has the most gorgeous stuff in there.
She makes hats.
Makes hats. There's
talking.
Paris tweeds. There's all sorts of things.
Maybe
So,
red berry.
no, dead
Red
set.
one.
I think you should.
Oh no,
Yeah.
I'm going to do it. We're going to give her a message.
We can order online. I want one now.
I'm just going to ring her out because that's the way we should communicate.
Well, it's Sheena Page.
What's her name?
Sheena Page at the Gordon Hat Shop.
Ooh,
Gordon Hat
Gordon
Shop?
Hat Shop.
All right.
Yeah.
An SA Wine Week. We'll get to
Good.
SA Wine Weekly hats.
Good. Perfect. Because I want one. So.
No, they're both for me. None of them are for you. So we must say, what an amazing guest you have been.
Yeah. Thank you.
One of the most beautiful places. I say that a lot, but it is one of the
It
most
is.
beautiful
It's
places we've been to.
Very beautiful.
Absolutely gorgeous.
So
Come up for a tasting and a
Yeah.
cheese palette.
Exactly, but book in first.
Yeah, booking first.
Booking
And leave your number in
first,
there so
exactly.
you can
Yeah.
and come and check out.
Some incredible artwork.
Oh, I'm not really I wasn't an art lover until I came
Now
here.
look at you. You suit the part with your
Oh,
hat.
I was
I've
actually...
converted people on quite a few things actually. There was one dude who came here, and he was with a group of people, and he's standing up the back, and clearly he's with them. I said, "Come and join your mates for your tasting." Says, "No, they drink beer and Bundy." So I'm thinking, what are you doing here? Anyway, his mates gave him such a hard time. He came in and he, go figure, what he bought when he left. 2 cases of Shardy.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the one he liked.
Of
There
How
you
about
go.
that? How
the barrel
about
fermented.
that? Yep, the
Yeah,
barrel
he liked
fermented
it. He liked
Chardonnay.
the creaminess.
He must have.
Look, you've got to taste things, otherwise
Yeah.
you've got no idea.
So true.
And it's so much fun, isn't it? Just getting
Yeah.
out, like coming to
That's
such
it.
a beautiful place.
You could be anywhere in the world. It's just like
Well, you
stepping
could
in
be
here.
anywhere
It's
in
just-
any art gallery in the world and not see better.
Oh, yeah. No, I agree.
I can feel like they're all looking at
I
me.
know.
Do you know there's a trick
It's
to
amazing.
this?
Yeah.
There's a trick to, and I do ask people if I'm doing a portrait for them, do you want those eyes to follow you around the room? No, it's an actual thing. And often people find it a bit spooky, so I
think it's pretty cool.
leave it out.
Yeah,
I think
very
it's
cool.
pretty cool. All right. Well, thanks very much. Stay tuned for next week. Let us know in the comments how you think we went not being live, how Adriana did with her amazing cutaways, and the artwork. So tune in next week, 7 o'clock. Are we live? No.
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 We're going to start releasing it. We're live the week after. So we're just dropping back to a bit of a different format, more interesting guests,
Oh, yep.
venturing further and further away.
We are.
We're about to go on our first road trip as well. Go to do the Riverland. Stay tuned. We will release these videos same time as what the lives were, 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights on YouTube and also on Facebook. Anywhere else we can sneak them.
Exactly, anywhere we can.
Yeah. If you want to copy,
put
we'll
them on.
email you one. Thanks very much for coming on. It's
Yeah,
been an
thank
absolute
you.
pleasure.
Thanks so much for coming. I've had such fun this afternoon.
It's been a great afternoon.
Oh, hasn't it?
I wish every day was like this.
Oh, it is for
It
us.
is for us. We're very lucky.
All right, stay tuned. Drink responsibly.
Exactly.
Make sure you get out and visit your local wineries because everybody needs your support.
So do you do any painting classes here?
Look, I personally don't have any time to do them myself.
Okay.
I was teaching for a while, but I know lots of artists and they are just extraordinary. What I needed was someone who coordinated a travel tour to bring people here. And I came across Paddy from Have Lippy Will Travel, and we had the most beautiful day here with a bunch of ladies. And right on this spot, we had a live model, and we had life drawing in the morning, and then in the afternoon we had plein air painting. So it's something that we'd like to continue. And
Sounds like a great day.
oh, it's fantastic. And of course there's wine.
Oh yeah.
And
Get
so
the wine.
and so just it was gorgeous. I have to say that if anybody is interested to shoot Paddy from Have Lippy Will Travel, and
Does she have a website?
oh, absolutely! Oh my
Yep.
God! Website on Instagram and Facebook.
Oh, great. All the platforms.
Yep, across the whole shebang, and just expression of interest for future days here. She organises the travel, the accommodation, the travel. And to get down here and also to the other regions in South Australia for that holiday, which it's a
amazing.
travel and painting holiday, which is just gorgeous.
Perfect.
Yeah.
I'll have to book one in. I'm not
Yeah.
much of a painter though, but
Oh, it doesn't
So
matter.
be a
It doesn't
beginner
matter.
and
Oh,
come
look,
along.
any skill level.
Yeah.
It's about the day and spending the time learning something new.
amazing.
Yeah.
Oh, cool. Sounds like a whole heap of fun.